Good morning guys, it is currently 7 AM and we are down by the ferry terminal.
Because today we are going to Rottnest Island.
The boat ride across to the island was extremely rocky. Thankfully we weren't sick, so we'll take that as a win. We rented our bikes through the boat company, which was so easy as we just picked them up as soon as we got off the boat, which meant we were ready to explore as soon as we arrived on the island. So there's only one real town on the island, which is where we're at now. There's an information centre, a couple of cafes and loads of houses, even a police station. But the island's known for its beaches, its bays, its lakes. There's a couple of lighthouses, as well as the Quokkas. And that's what we're going to be doing today, exploring it all. We've got about 6 hours, so hopefully we don't run out of time. We had high expectations for Rottnest Island. We heard that the beaches were meant to be incredible and the scenery was meant to be stunning. So we were very excited for the first stop of the day. Pinky Beach is probably one of the nicest beaches I've seen ever.
Yeah, probably.
The white sand is just insane. The sea is super like blue, but then it's got like a rocky area, so I can imagine it's really good snorkeling.
It's just so beautiful, isn't it? And this is the first beach we've come across. Apparently there's like a bunch of different ones that are even better than this one.
Such a nice first stop. The sand is just so white. I don't know if you could tell there, but yeah.
It smells like powdered sugar.
It's really, really nice. We're excited to check out the rest of the island, so we're going to head back to the bikes and move on.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good first stop.
Our expectations were definitely met, and we were already blown away by how beautiful this island was. The beaches didn't stop there, and this one was even bigger than the first.
We've come to Longreach Bay next, and I think it's a very good name because this beach is absolutely huge.
It's really long. Longreach Bay.
Longreach Bay. There's
so many different beaches and bays along this island. We've got this one entirely to ourselves right now. There's not a single person around.
The water looks so inviting. Don't let these blue skies fool you. It's actually pretty cold, which is why we're in jumpers.
Yeah, I think we're used to like 30 degrees weather, and here in Perth at the moment on Rottnest Island, it is 14 degrees.
Oh, so that is pretty cold.
This island is absolutely stunning. And after taking this cool shot of us cycling away, and of course running back to get the camera, we managed to see some more beaches along the coast before heading inland to find the popular Pink Lake.
Right, let's hope this Pink Lake is actually pink. So this is the Pink Lake. It's not obviously pink, but I mean, it's not exactly going to be a hot pink, is it?
I think maybe the light's sitting wrong. Maybe if we were on the other side and the light, because the light's coming from this way, maybe it would look more pink.
Yeah, like if you look, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but if you look like in the middle here, it looks like more of like a salmon colour.
One, I don't think the camera's going to do it any justice, and two, no. I think the light is hitting it from here, so like we should be on the other side, but you can't really get over there.
Yeah, I also think Pink Lake is a bit of a...
over-exaggeration.
An over-exaggeration, yeah. I think they should call it a slightly pink lake.
I'm going to mark this down as a fail.
I'm going to say this is a bit of a fail. It's a pretty big fail really, isn't it?
It looks more brown than pink.
Yeah, apparently it's something to do with the algae. And there's like red and orange colours in the algae, which gives it its pink colour. But it's not really that pink.
We headed to the lighthouse to have some lunch with a view, as it's the highest point on the island. Unfortunately, we underestimated how hilly this island is.
We should have like 3 hills in a row. Oh. I'm so out of breath, wow. The hill was too hilly. My legs were burning too much, they couldn't do it.
But thankfully, what goes up must come down.
Now for downhill.
And the second half of our bike ride was a lot more relaxing and a little easier on the legs. The weather was on our side, and with the route taking us along the coast, we got to experience the most scenic ride we had all day.
Every corner there just seems to be somewhere else to stop and come and have a look at. We're at another beach here.
Firebridge Bluff.
Also seems to be a bench just randomly placed here in memory of Hazel Mary Malabini Allen, her favourite place in the world.
Oh, that's sweet. I'll sit in your favourite spot, Hazel.
I mean, it's a pretty good spot. You've got the beach there, the sea out here, another bay just across there, and then the lighthouse in the distance up there. It's very peaceful.
It is. Again, there's no one around us. Nobody. That whole beach, there's nobody on it. It's crazy.
This next stop was when we realised we found one of our favourite stops of the day. Little Salmon Bay was the smallest beach we'd come across. We almost didn't stop as it was that small, but we're so glad we did. It was the most secluded and peaceful bay with the clearest waters and the whitest sand. This was a popular spot for snorkeling, and we've seen a few people out in their wetsuits seeing the marine life. It was a little cold for us, but we dipped our feet in and enjoyed a little cool down before getting back on the road to find some quokkas.
So quokkas are actually an endangered animal that you can only find on Rottnest Island. They're part of the marsupials family, and you can see straight away they are very similar to kangaroos.
They're just like little ones.
Yeah, but they are so cute.
We found another quokka, and this one is really camera happy. Hey bud.
He loves the camera.
This little guy was our favourite quokka. We hung out with him for so long, watching him eat berries and smiling at the camera. We even got the perfect quokka selfie.
Look how cute they are eating.
Seeing like some little berries.
Our time on Rottnest Island was lit, but it was time to get back to the mainland and check out the markets and pick up some souvenirs before grabbing a bite to eat and watch the sunset.
We just picked up some fish and chips from a place called Cicerello's, which has actually been running for 100 years. It's also got over 4,000 reviews on Google. So,
really popular.
I know, and when we went in, there was an aquarium in there.
I read that it's got the biggest private aquarium in Western Australia.
And it was so cool, they had like Dories and Nemos, and it was so good.
We haven't even opened the food. The food is still closed, and a seagull has already appeared and he's calling his friends. I can feel it.
It was seagull calling now.
Ah! Oh, he's flying away.
Oh.
I can feel it. He's going to get his friends. Watch them all come back. Okay, this is what the fish and chips looks like.
Oh, 2 pieces of fish.
And the chips are covered in chicken salt. The chicken salt's really good. It's only in Australia. You've got to try chicken salt. I'll try the chips first. Pretty standard for like a fry, quite thin. I prefer chips that are like quite thick cut, especially from a chippy when they're like nice and fluffy. But let's try this fish.
It said that the fish was hocky fish.
Hocky fish. It smells like fish.
That crunch sounded good.
The batter's really crispy and the inside just falls apart in your mouth. It's really like tender, I want to say.
Alright, give me a try. Chips are okay, not the best we've had. So this fish. Oh my gosh, I just broke that on my hands. Oh.
That's good.
We've had the best 6 months in Australia. From the places we went, to the wildlife we saw, to the people we spent time with. We couldn't have asked for a better experience.